Hello guys, this is Ícaro from Belém, Brazil. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my English learning process. Okay, it all started in 2010 when I was 16 years old and I was at high school. I went to the shopping mall and I bought a book at a newsstand there. That book was a self-study English textbook. So at the beginning of my process, I studied for about a year and a half by myself, uh, only with that book that I had bought at the newsstand. Um, During that time span in which I had been studying English by myself at home, I thought I was building a very good level of English, although that was not true because I didn't have any contact with other speakers, nor native speakers, neither native speakers nor uh, uh, speakers of English as a second or foreign language. So when I graduated from high school, I thought about applying for English language and English literature, linguistics, and the teaching and learning of English at the universities here in Belém after I graduated from high school. Um, when I got to the university, I had a big surprise because I found out that my English was not that good because I finally had contact with people who spoke English, and that was something I lacked before. So the years went by, and I felt like my English was developing while I was studying at the university because I spent most of my days speaking in English. So I consider myself a slow learner. So it was something that I had built like slowly, like day by day. Each day I learned something new. It was an amazing experience, but I have to admit that it wasn't at all perfect. There had been times in which I have thought of giving up on learning English because it was pretty difficult for me, especially because I wasn't a bright guy at high school, and didn't I didn't pay attention to Portuguese classes in which we have some which we learn some things that are common to all languages, right? Like I wasn't familiar with parts of speech, like conjunctions, articles, prepositions, adverbs. There were many of them that I lacked knowledge because as I mentioned before, I had problems with that at high school. And since most of classes were taught in English there, and we had to participate in seminars that were presented all in English, uh, I had also that difficulty. Like I had my English was not of a great level, and I had to present. I had to make presentations using a language I wasn't really that good at. One thing I wanted to mention to you guys about learning a language, a different language from your native language, is that it opens up your world so much. Like it is like you become like a new person, because especially when you learn English, you have the sense of global citizen, and that is marvelous to be able to talk to people from different cultures, from different countries. That is an experience that I think everybody should try. Nowadays, I am an English teacher from a public school in the city of Ananindeua, which is a city next to Belém. And I teach at a public school, and it is a marvelous experience to. It has been a marvelous experience to uh, get involved with the community to teach English at a public school because, as many people know, here in Brazil, public schools they have many problems due to different reasons, and I am glad that I am able to teach English at public schools. to help, and I am grateful for that.